our MC has made a deal with the devil, receiving yet another death flag because Boruto speaks to Momoshiki for the first time in years, offering his life for power so he can kill Jiraiya and save Naruto and Sasuke.
What happened to the original plot of the movie?
As a result, Boruto will become multiple times stronger than he already is and gain control of the pure eye Jogan. But at what cost? Will Naruto and Sasuke and the entire Leaf Village be grieving his grave when they find out the truth at the end of this manga?
This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Yep, after 3 years, the GOAT has returned and things are not looking good, bruv. Boruto has had 15 death flags ever since 2 Blue Vortex started, and he must be taking that into account. Kashin Koji keeps reminding him that every single future he sees, Jiraiya will always end up killing him with the planet being destroyed, billions of people dying. So in a desperate attempt to get multiple times stronger, even though he's the strongest ninja of all time already with Sasuke admitting it, he still needs an even greater boost to defeat the Shinju leader. But on the other hand, Momoshiki, he's sulking that Boruto survived the fight against Jiraiya and many other times, because he actually wants Boruto to be near death so that he can take over his body and mind forever. He's so bored and stuck in limbo, as his soul is anchored within this plane with nothing to do or escape. Momoshiki even laments that he decided to save Boruto when Kawaki killed him in the first part of the story, which is a nuisance for him as the option to resurrect at 100% is now gone. So he's hit the bottom of despair just like Boruto, with no purpose, stuck in this stupid prison. So as a result, our MC strikes a deal. He wants Momoshiki to lend his strength so that they can kill Jiraiya, and in return, he can have Boruto's body. This would mean Boruto would cease to exist and the world won't even remember what he did or who he was. During chapter 15, for example, Boruto informed Kawaki that it's been 2 years since he last used the Karma Seal. This was a last resort to save Sasuke, but when he did, Boruto sensed that Momoshiki was about to possess him. His consciousness was being faded away and Boruto was literally dying whilst aware of what was happening. So because of that, Boruto banned himself from using it. Even in this very conversation, Boruto told Kawaki he can kill him if Momoshiki takes his body again. As a result, in Boruto's point of view, once he makes the deal with Momoshiki to get multiple times stronger, he can then save the planet, and then Momoshiki can die by the hands of Kawaki, as his bro's goal is to kill every last Otsutsuki on the planet, where he would then unseal Naruto and other trees so they can live happily ever after. So yeah, again people, Ikemoto cooked as many plot points are coming to closure, because in parallel to his bro Kawaki, when Boruto first met him, remember, they didn't see eye to eye. Boruto didn't understand why Kawaki wanted to die and didn't value himself at all. But ironically, our MC has come to the same idea. Boruto is the boy that had everything and lost it all, whilst Kawaki, in contrast, is a boy that had nothing and gained everything and he wants to protect it. So now, Boruto's thinking, wait a second, I'd rather sacrifice myself than see others get hurt. However, those of us that have watched the Boruto anime, we know that Naruto made a promise in episode 220, and it was this tear-jerking scene that even got an old man like me crying. When Boruto was 13 years old after the Ishiki fight, and then he had the Karma Seal extracting in him and his data was getting replaced, he was about to die, there was nothing they could do, there was no technology, no plan, no nothing. But even then, Naruto promised his son that even if Momoshiki took over his body, he would save him. He's weaker without Kurama, and his reputation would be ruined as Hokage, but even then, Naruto would gain a new power for the sake of his child. He would do everything in the world to save him, as that is his ninja way. Boruto accepted this promise from his dad, and I believe this will play very big importance once Kawaki brings Naruto back. The chapter ends on Boruto choosing the demon's path, laser focused on fixing everything himself. But meanwhile, Sarada and Sumire are finally honest with each other. They both like Boruto, and he's so locked into his selfless ideals being a good guy, he doesn't even notice that these two girls love him. But that's what makes him great.
Meanwhile,
Uegi's thorn soul being implanted back into her as she returns. Boruto then watches on from above, knowing that his actions against Jura resulted in the timelines being changed wasn't in vain. It actually was positive. At least his sensei and many others got a happy ending. For example, Shinki has returned back to normal, and Gaara is safe thanks to his efforts. We then learn the status of Muegi. There is no deterioration in bones or muscle, with her organs being perfectly fine. This is especially good news because Sasuke's been stuck as a tree for a year and a half, which means when he's free, he won't have lost a step. He's not gonna come back retired or nerfed. It's not like being in a coma where your muscles waste away and your body turns into a wet noodle. In that case, you'd wake up needing months of rehab just to throw a punch. But as a tree coming back with the thorn bulb, my guy Sasuke's basically been on pause instead. The moment he's back, he's ready to clap Sakura's cheeks like nothing happened.
yeah boy.
But speaking of the best doctor in the world, Sakura reveals that they will be malnourished and only require some days to rest. Now, to enjoy more peak fiction about Boruto, watch this video on your screen right now.